Hi, in this tutorial I will be talking about segment tree, and this tutorial will be divided into following sections. In first section I will describe the problem which segment tree solves and why segment tree is appropriate for this kind of problem. In second section I will go over the various methods that needs to be implemented for segment tree data structure. First I will go over the implementation using diagram and then write the pseudocode. And finally, in third section, I will give links to two problems, one from LeetCode and one from Google Kickstart, which you should solve to confirm your understanding from this tutorial. Okay, let's get started with the tutorial. Let's say we have this array and we need to answer following queries. Let's take n to represent the number of elements in array. And let's say we have n queries like this. This problem does not seem hard as we can make a prefix sum array which contains sum of all elements from array till that index. This can be achieved by a simple code like this. And the answers to queries can be answered by using this formula where R is the right index and L is the left index. Making a prefix sum array takes O(n) time and formula takes O(1) time. Using the above solution we can solve it in O(n) time. Now let's say between each query we have a update operation which updates a given index with given value. Now we will not be able to use same prefix sum array for every query. We will have to recalculate prefix sum array after every update operation. Then the time complexity of solution using prefix sum becomes a O(n) square now. Can we have a better performing solution for this kind of situation where we need to update the values in intervals? Here is where segment tree helps. It allows us to update a particular index and get the sum of range in O log n time. So even if n queries is there, it will be O(n) log n, which is not bad. While taking part in coding competitions, I have seen the operation of updating element and calculating something on range surprisingly comes up so frequently. Knowledge of segment tree is definitely an asset in competitive programming. In the above example, we focused on getting sum, but the segment tree data structure which I will be explaining in the tutorial can be extended to any operation which is commutative. A commutative operation means order of operands does not matter, like a plus b equal to b plus a. So addition is commutative operation. Other examples of commutative operations are a into b equal to b into a, max a b equal to max b a. But use of segment is not limited to commutative operations. Some of the more complex functions it can solve are number of elements which a range equal to minimum, max subsegment within a range. I will not be going over how to solve these kind of problems with segment tree, but I have provided links to some resources in description which will be useful to anyone who want to look deeper into segment trees. A segment tree is a binary tree such that the nodes at bottom level leaf node contains elements of the array and nodes at higher level contains values after applying the function operation on its child nodes. Let's take the example of our previous array, and we want to make segment tree to get sum for different index ranges. Then the segment tree we will be making will look like this, and the code for this segment tree structure will include implementation of the three methods: void build, void update, and int get range sum. You can see that the top root node contains sum of all elements of array. We will see shortly how we can get sum for any other range like this using this segment tree. Most of the time I have seen segment tree mentioned under advanced data structure, and it seems to give the impression that it is quite complex, but that is so wrong. In fact, you will see that implementation of these two methods are quite trivial. Only the third method requires some attention, but it is also not what can be called as complex. Okay, let's start with build method. Let's say we are storing values for segment tree in an array named tree. Segment tree is stored as array of 2 n elements. Tree nodes are stored from top to bottom with following representation. Parents of element at index k is element at index k by 2, and its children are element at index 2 into k and 2 into k plus 1. As the leaf nodes are elements of array, so we populate the last n elements in tree array with elements of array. Elements in tree array before these are parents of some nodes, and as seen in the diagram, their values is the sum of its children. Following for loop calculate their values. You should note that in this for loop we start from n minus 1 and go till index 1, which is the root node. This is because we need child elements before we calculate value for parent node. You should agree with me that building a segment tree is simple. But there are some points I want you to notice in the segment tree representation. If you see, we do not need array of size 2 into n. We only need array of 2 into n minus 1 size for nodes of segment tree, but we keep the element at 0 index empty and start with 1 index. As with 0 index, we will not be able to use this formula for child nodes. Now let's come to update method. Let's see how the update method works using the diagram. Let's say we change this element to 5. So due to this, its parent value, which is sum of this node plus this node, will become 11. And as we change this, its parent value will become 24, and similarly now root will be 41. You see, when you change the value of element, the only other nodes in segment tree you need to change are its ancestors. This can be accomplished using this pseudocode. We add n to the index because in the tree array, the array elements are leaf nodes and are populated in last n indexes. Then we start updating the parent nodes and go all up to the root using this for loop. This will result in following updated tree array. I have marked the elements which got changed in tree array. As I said, update method will be simple too. Now let's implement the get range sum method. Let's first see how we can use the tree data structure we have made to calculate sum of any given range. Let's say we want sum of this range using segment tree. One way to go to all nodes and sum their values, but a better less time consuming it to take this node and this node. As you can see, this node has already calculated sum of the two nodes in the range. And this is how segment tree improves the running time, by getting values from parent of the child nodes. The idea is to start at leaf node level and go up to root level, and each level taking only those values which will not be available in upper level. I will write the steps to calculate range sum using segment tree and then go over each other. To start at leaf node level, we add n to left and right argument. Let's examine the segment tree and array representation to understand which node we take and which node we leave at a particular level. I will also write the indexes of the tree array corresponding to nodes in diagram. We wanted a range sum for index 1 to 3, which is index 9 to 11 in segment tree, So left index is 9 and right index is 11. We took index 9 and then went up and took index 5. In segment tree, if left index is odd, we take it, and if right index is not odd, we take it. Otherwise, we leave it, as it will be included in parent node. You can check with a different combination of odd and even value for left and right indexes to see that above statement is correct. To move the left pointer towards right, we increment it by 1, and to move the right index towards left, we decrement it by 1. To move one level up, we just go to the parent of the current left and right node. These are implemented as following in the code. We will keep repeating steps 2 and 3 till left index becomes equal to right index, at which point we need to stop. The best way to grasp on this method is to draw a table like this and go over the iteration manually. Now is the time to put the knowledge of segment tree into practice. You should practice this problem from LeetCode. This requires a straightforward implementation of code shown in tutorial, but will give you lots of confidence when your solution passes all the tests. After this problem, I want you to try this problem from Google Kickstart. But I do not want you to solve this problem as it is. I want you to go to the analysis page for this problem at this link. Read the approach explained for test set 2. You will see that it involves segment tree. Now after reading the analysis, try to solve this problem with segment tree knowledge you gained from this tutorial. Code used in the tutorial as well as solution to the two problems are available at following link.